Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Omnia, their part number 124.35. This is a privacy pin is what it is for 1 3/4. There is an application where you require this. A privacy set is really where you would use a privacy pin. Let's go over some basic dimensional properties, and we'll talk about the use of this, or where this privacy pin is used. Overall length 1.416. 1.416 is the overall length. Diameter of the body 0.156. Diameter of these threads, and I don't know the thread type, but it's 0.113. 0.113. And then the length of the threads alone will be right at about 0.225. 0.225. Now, where is this being used? Let's talk about it now. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Where you're going to use this item is where you have a privacy set and you need to engage the privacy function. Now, what's interesting about this item in particular is that the client has ordered this and the privacy pin extension and a 4.5-inch length spindle, which leads me to believe there's a chance that the client has an unusually thick door, like perhaps a 2-inch thick door, something in that range. Because if this is the privacy pin for an 1 3/4 thick door, there'd be no reason to have an extension if you have an 1 3/4 thick door. Plus, the spindle overall length is 4.5-inch, so that's a lot of spindle for a typical swivel spindle. In fact, that's a lot of spindle for an 1 3/4 thick door as well. You're going to have an 1.25 inch. Just doing math quickly in my head, I think 1.25 inch, 2.5. 3.5, 4.25, no more than that. Inch and 5/8 maybe. Now I'm curious. 4.5 minus 1.75 divided by 2. Yeah, 1 3/8 of spindle hanging out on either side. You don't need that much going in. Well, you might. The rose is probably going to take up a good 3/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch. The knob or lever to the set screw, another 1/2 inch. It's a lot of spindle, so the door is likely a little bit thicker than average, just guessing. Who knows what it could be. The 15 in the part number is the fact that this is meant to mean a satin chrome or satin nickel stainless steel type look. If you've got brass locks, that'll obviously be a gold or brass type color. Let's switch to the screen view now, and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here's the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at some images that we have posted down below. And really, you're going to see the head, and you'll see part of the shank or the shaft as well. Not too much of it, but it will be in a complementary finish to your chrome nickel trim. There you go, showing the threads. That blue that you see there is likely a thread lock type product, and that's normal for that to be there. In fact, when you're installing hardware like this, machine screws, metal to metal, like decorative tips on hinges, I would always recommend that you use a thread lock product. And there's a reason they put it on there, because I know it'll come loose much more quickly without it. There is a quick description here: privacy pin for 1 3/4 thick door. There is a link below this video, as seen here, to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the Omnia products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the most current product catalog and prior versions of the product catalog. Unfortunately, their published data is quite out of date. Obviously, the website is what would be current, but it would still be nice to have a PDF export of that. The product data sheet, as seen here, will allow us to just take an overview of certain types of units. And having been through this a number of times, I can tell you that the privacy locks or sets are shown on the first couple of pages, and obviously we're dealing with part L, locking pin for privacy. Okay, part O on this unit, locking pin for privacy only. And that document was called Omnia Product Datasheet. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, why would you end up needing to purchase this? They can get removed. They can be unthreaded and removed. They can be lost when you're installing them. You could have taken off the hardware to have all the doors painted, and this just got broomed up and into the dustpan and into the garbage it went. Who knows why you might buy this? They don't break. They don't wear out. But there's a reason this client needs this part. And there you go. The name Omnia is synonymous with a good, decent, mid-grade residential, generally residential caliber of decorative hardware. Lots of options. Lots of current modern options. Generally, you can get your hands on their product line fairly easy. My only reservation about making a substantial investment in any manufacturer's hardware is when they don't publish parts diagrams. And as far as I know, Omnia doesn't. I don't like to not know what this part is. It's not easy to find out the part number for this, the 124.ext, without calling them. That data should be published, and we should have access to that. If it does exist, please send it to me. I would like to save the time of having to send emails and calls to find out this part number. And what I'm driving at is, if there are no parts drawings available, maybe there are no parts available. Maybe it's an entire assembly only. That's not necessarily a good thing. I don't believe that's the case with Omnia, because actually I know that it is not in many instances, because I've been able to purchase just parts or components. A mortise lock body, for instance. A high-end condo building up the coast a couple of hours needed 2 or 3 mortise lock bodies, and those were Omnia, because something the trim, everything was okay. The trim was okay, the levers, the knobs, the roses, the strike, all that was fine, but the lock body itself there was a problem with. Actually, in fact, I think they were needing to change the function, and we were able to very economically purchase just the mortise lock bodies and not the entire lock. That's the way that you want to proceed, but it's easier to proceed in that fashion when the data is published. So we would encourage them to publish that data. Any questions on the 124.ext? I'm sorry. This is a 124.35. I said ext. That's the extension. Any questions on the 124.35 privacy pin or any other Omnia product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.